There is a popular school in a small town is called Medin City. The name of school is Praya Senior High School. A rumor circulated that this school is the best graduate producer and can compete with hundreds of schools from abroad during the international college exam. Once upon a time, there is a student who enters the library. She is a clever transfer student. Her name is Aini. She has many achievements in the field of subject Olympics, so a lot of scholarship offered for her. She introduces herself to her new friend Grace. Grace admits that she is lately having trouble in studying. Grace requests Aini to teach her about math, and Grace feels that Aini's method is easy to understand until Grace asks Aini for being her tutor.
The headmistress issued new rules. To be in priority school, you must have a 3.2 GPA. Why? Am I that stupid?
I often get 4.
Seriously? Look, I've been taught by Mr. Sopon for a week, but I don't understand anything, and math really makes my grades drop.
Look at this. This is B. And for this is C.
What? Just take a look and you get it? Top down too. Aini, do you want to be my tutor?
What? No.
Why not? If you teach me, I'll buy you a milkshake every day after school.
Seriously?
I will review the material every night. What if you agree, I will be your first student, Mrs. Aini?
Mrs. Aini?
Yes, Mrs. Aini.
A few weeks after meeting Grace, finally the time for exam is coming. All students enter the exam room. The exam papers are shared with the student. Aini realized that the math question is the same as the question that has sound by Grace when they were studying in the library. Aini is shocked and opened the question paper by paper, and that is true that the questions are similar. On the other side, Aini worries if Grace can do her exam because she forget. Aini has an idea to help Grace.
Grace. This math exam has learned by us. Don't you remember it?
After coming back home, Aini meets her mother who is sitting in the living room. Aini asks her mother why she should move to Praya Senior High School. Her mother answered that in that school, many students get scholarship to abroad. And her mother wants her to take this wonderful change.
Mom, why do you want me to move to this school?
There are many students with scholarship to abroad from this school. I want to get this wonderful chance.
I'm different with my father. Did you ever think that how if I'm happier when I am at the first school?
Eat your dinner. I want to sleep.
A few days after the exam, the announcement of the result came out. Grace get a very drastic increase in the final score of 3.5. Grace thanked to Aini, but Grace think crafty for using Aini's skill become a change for facing the oversized exam university. Grace offered Aini a lot of money so that she can help Grace in the final exam and stage. For the first time, Aini refuses the offer, but Grace persuades Aini with more clients and a lot of money from Grace.
Aini was thinking, smart people like you will understand stubborn people like us. All students want to get good grades. But if you agree, I'll pay you 1.2 million per person. I have 5 more friends. All my friends are trusted. Everyone will pay. Think about it. This is only one course. How many subjects in one semester? In one semester, you will get 13 times. And you will reach 96 million. Everyone will pay. The more stupid you are, the more you pay.
Okay, let's meet in the exercise room, Miss Tiffany. I'll give you something.
In the evening, Grace, Aini, and some of their friends follow Aini's instruction, gathering in the exercise room. They start planning the way to share the answers when doing the final exam.
Okay guys, we'll use 4 fingers for A, B, C, and D. Remember my finger. Thumb finger for A, thumb to index finger for B, thumb to middle finger for C, and thumb to ring finger for D. I'll give you 5 answers every 5 minutes. I do this to avoid suspicion teachers and finish your exam by yourself. Okay guys?
Okay.
Before the exam week, 2 students with the best score are entered into a quiz competition. They are Aini and Nick. Winning the competition, the headmistress is proud of their skill and tells them that there is scholarship from the Singapore MC and they can join that scholarship. But the scholarship slot is only for 1 person in every school. Then, Aini and Nick automatically compete for getting that scholarship.
Have a seat, please. Okay, I have a good news for you. The Singapore Embassy offers scholarship next year. Scholarship scholarship with no string attached or pure scholarship. You can take a bachelor degrees and finish with a doctorate. Considering your score, attitude, and diligence, I believe you can represent our school well. But there is a problem. It's only one slot in every school. It should not be a problem for you, shouldn't it? Yesterday you're a team, but now you're a rival. Is it good?
Yes, miss.
Start now, we'll come back.
It's okay.
Exam week is coming out. All of students have prepared themselves for entering the room. Without especially who is earlier sitting in the exam room. During the exam, one of the clients of Aini, Nero, he is panicked because in the fact the exam paper is divided into two sets of paper. The worst happened to all of the students who joins Aini's method of cheating. The atmosphere of the room become noise because the students are calling Aini. He is trying to tell Aini and making a noise. The supervisor suspects Nero's body language, but the supervisor does not care about it.
Aini, please listen to me. This paper is divided into two sides. Please help me. I'll find his brother Rahman.
Looking out exam paper.
Aini, what should I write here? Should I write my name or your name?
After finishing the examination, Nick initiative to report his suspiciously in the exam room. To the headmistress, he reported that Aini and Nero cheated on each other and changed their answers on paper. With the evidence obtained, the headmistress called Aini and her mother to meet headmistress.
I feel bad of you because Nick has reported that you are cheating. I give you a chance for telling me the truth. Nero, are you cheating? We have the proof that Aini finished Nero's paper. Aini, will you tell me the truth? Why you do this? If you don't want to admit your action, I will drop you out.
This is because of money. Nero pays Aini $1.2 million for doing his job.
I'm disappointed in you, Aini. Ben, I accept your daughter in school because he is an honorable student. But a good score is not enough. So also should have a good attitude. Your mother is a teacher, Aini. You should understand. If you finish your friend's exam, that is cheating. It is against the school rules. I can drop you out now. This happened for the first time for you. I will stop your scholarship.
Thanks, mate.
Remember, Aini, school is the place for studying, not for earning money. What is so funny? You're insulting for life. This is bad. You're a teacher. Don't you teach her manners?
Sorry.
I have one provision. Iris is disqualified for scholarship in Singapore.
Okay.
What does scholarship have to do with this? It's true that I let my friends to cheat on my exam paper. But I've never cheated on anyone. My score is purely money for me.
Other students also have this ability. The person who deserves the scholarship is Nick. If you can accept this decision, you can leave. Okay, Miss Ben?
Good luck with your scholarship.
Grace is having dinner with her mother. Seeing Grace's good progress on her grades, Miss Emma hopes that Grace can study abroad so that her grades can survive well and make Grace a child who can study abroad to gain dignity and is willing to pay for all her college needs until she graduates later. Grace couldn't help but she smiled when her mother spoke because she realized that she had been relying on Aini's abilities to increase her grades.
I have planned. If I want you to study in Boston with your impressive grades, I'm sure you can study there. Don't worry about the cost. Mom will take care of it. As well as for the school fees.
What if I don't pass the test?
That's very impossible. My girl is very smart these days. With a final score of 3.6, you will very easily get into foreign universities.
Because of her mother's wishes, Grace began to think about using Aini once again, so that she could enter a foreign university through a test college stage, which is held around the world. Grace continued to persuade Aini that she would have Grace one more time. Grace is even willing to offer Aini 247 million, so that Aini will have Grace succeed in getting into a foreign university. At first, Aini hesitated because considering the risk was very large, but again because she was offered some money, so that's why Aini accepted the offer and began to plan.
Hello, Aini. Aini, can you help me? I have a big problem. My mother asked me to enter abroad university, but the exam is difficult. It is called stage examination. Can you help me to do my exam?
What? That will be a big risk for us. I will do that.
Please, I promise this is the last time I ask you for help. I'll pay you 24/7 million for this test, okay?
What? Okay, I'll think about this.
Okay, bye.
A few days later, on television, there is announcement that Stitch will be held soon.
Good afternoon, thank you. You are still with Miss TV. International standard STIC exam have been opened in our country. This year, many countries in Asia officially take the STIC exam. All high school, equivalency school in Medin, follow the provision and condition given by the universities, such as the provision of using cell phone. When the exam is being carried out, the school also increases security so that there are no error in the exam process. The exam will be held from 10 to 2nd January 2022, and the STIC exam will be carried out simultaneously throughout the country. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.
In the end, Aini agreed with Gray's offer and that response. Then they moved to the room for the discussing the trick of STIC exam.
Stitch tests are held at the same times around the world. So, this country will take the test first. Grace, let me explain. If you take the test in Medin City, then I flew to the place that began the test earlier to take the question. Let's say Sydney, Australia. 4 hours faster than our country. I will see the question and finish it first. And I can send you the answer with our friends who join the test. So, we don't only succeed in this test, but also we get money from our friends. This is the only way to get succeed in this test. When I send the answer on this phone, you must immediately print it into the cover of the eraser.
You have to make sure Nick doesn't find out about this, because he is going to read it again.
Okay.
Fortunately, Nick know about this planning because Nick accidentally eavesdropped when Aini explained about the trick. On the same day as the STIC exam, Nick was also supposed to take the exam for the scholarship from the Singapore embassy. But the unfortunate thing happened to Nick when he was walking.
That day, the ground was wet and made liquid by someone and made it fall, so that the person who had it earlier in the week was unconscious. Nick tried to move, but his body was weak because of the battered
While at the exam room, Aini received news by telephone from Nero that Nick had an accident and it was not possible to take the Singapore Embassy scholarship exam in a different place. Aini feels this is odd and then scolded Nero for suspecting that Nero caused Nick an accident because he has a grudge during the exam period at school.
Hello? Didn't you hear? It is got into trouble. He's in the hospital right now. And the coolest thing, he couldn't take the scholarship exam. How could it be?
What did you guys do to Nick?
Never mind. Don't think about that bastard. He won't say anything about this.
Aini was angry and panicked to her Nero's uncle because this was not what Aini meant to make Nick not know about Stitch exam cheating. Aini secretly sneaked into the toilet to hide her cell phone and previously ran into a supervisor from Stitch who suspect Aini's move.
Hello? Someone in there? Please come outside now. Your exam will start soon. Come back to class.
Thank you.
When the clock started showing 9 o'clock, Aini entered the room to do the Stitch exam. The exam took place for a few minutes. The condition in the exam room seems calm. Until finally, Aini tried to pretend to be sick by feeling nauseous and wanting to vomit. The supervisor in the room suddenly panicked with Aini's condition and allowed Aini to go to the toilet. One of the supervisors followed Aini and asked about Aini's condition. However, Aini took this opportunity to send the answer to the Stitch exam to Grace and Nero, who were waiting for printing the barcode.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
I feel sick. Can I go now?
If you leave now, you will be disqualified. Do you understand? Wait!
At that time, Aini tried to run away while continuing to type the contents of the answer key. Many times, Aini was almost caught, but kept trying to avoid the supervisor until finally Aini was caught and secured by the supervisor at the exam center. Very responsibly, all the answer key that Aini typed during the case were completely sent. Then Aini tried to eliminate traces of the cell phone by deleting the chat and eliminating it during the case. Grace, Nero, and other Stitch exam participants are waiting for news of the answer key from Aini. Some of them start to get angry because the exam were about to start. Some asked for a refund. Nero started to worry about what happened to Aini because there was no news.
How come? We already paid money for this. What if we are late and fail to take this exam? Shouldn't we be leaving before 7:30? It's almost 7:30. What are we waiting for? Where's the barcode? I already paid.
Finally, message began to be recited by Grace and then began to print our eraser cover containing the answer key.
Here it is. 500 each. Relax. After this, we will go.
Grace and Nero start printing the barcode on the eraser cover.
Thank you.
After a long time, the Stitch Regulatory Agency began to investigate Aini, Nick, and Grace. Nick allegedly began to report Aini for cheating he did during the Stitch exam with Grace. Accompanied by her mother, Aini was just silently waiting for her turn to investigate beside her mother. Miss Ben was just trying to calm her daughter down.
Don't be afraid, baby. We'll get through no matter what. Smile like me.
I'm from the embassy. A senior high school student admitted that using our cell phone was solving the problem.
What will happen to her?
Maybe she will be disqualified. In the worst case, she will be banned from following Stitch forever.
Can I ask for proof if I'm cheating?
After the investigation process is complete, everyone decides to choose their own lives inspect for Grace, who has been accepted by Boston College. Grace holds Aini's hand the whole while because she feels very sorry and intends to atone for her greatly by offering Aini to take the entrance exam to the best public university again.
Aini, how about you the public college entrance exam?
I don't think so. I just want to study whatever it is.
But why? You are very smart. It would be a shame to waste it.
I just want to be a teacher like my mother, so my knowledge can be useful later. I've a bad experience in teaching, so my experience can teach my student better.
Good morning. Thank you. You are still with Headmistress. The International Standards State exam has taken place between 10 to 16 January 2022 and is already underway. The supervisory body found several reports of alleged leak of answer that allegedly circulate via electronic message. The Stitch supervisory body then found several pieces of evidence and fact in the field. Among them, they found evidence of group on internet application that distributed answer. The Stitch supervisory body investigated and has secured two high school students in the city of Medin who were suspect of spreading exam question and answer. One of them was declared proven to have cheated. The Stitch supervisory body gave strict punishment to that student and student not allowing them to take the Stitch exam again in an indefinite period. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
In the end, Aini decided to take Teachers College because she wanted to atone for her sins after committing a major international fraud. Aini tried to want to be like her mother and provide useful knowledge so that it can be used as well as possible in the future.